thinking that I was just gonna sit back and take your crap one more time, man. What do you think you are? You ain't nothing special to me, man. You're a piece of flesh. When I step into the ring, I look at that man across the ring from me. I say, well, now, that's my dinner. That's my meal. That's my meal ticket, you see. But what I've been living on just don't fill me up, Hulk Hogan. So I gotta have a little bit more. I gotta...
Ladies and gentlemen, the new internet is here. So I do apologize within the video. I forgot to redo my recording bitrate and all that stuff. So this intro actually may look somewhat decent. Hopefully I got the bitrate correct the first time around. And if not, then it'll be right the next time for tomorrow's episode or whatever that I record tomorrow. But hopefully I got it right. I forgot to do it before the recording, so you guys will be seeing not great quality. I've noticed it when I first started recording. I totally forgot. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy. And like I said, bitrate and all that will be perfect for the next recording, whatever that should be. I don't know yet. So yeah, thank y'all for coming and hanging out. Now toss you guys over to your regularly scheduled episode. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the farm. Yeah, this is actually gonna be the first time you guys get to see what Hannah, Ryan, Jones, Liam, all of us, majority of us guys from DCRP are on here. TikTok, don't mind that. TikTok live. I was watching a little bit of that before getting on and recording, so excuse that. But yeah, that's just kind of where we're at. We're actually a month before we do a lot of our selling and all of that. So, or actually no, we're a few months actually, sorry. So let's do that. Let's sleep. But yeah, I'll give you guys kind of a little walk around first at least. Was this guy really on still? Yes, it is. But yeah, we're doing a lot of lettuce, as you guys can tell. Sheep for clothing. And how much wool do we have over here? Pallet of wool, 87. Okay, yeah, we don't need to worry about wool and grabbing it, so that is fine. Take the capora over to the house. So we ended up doing kind of a lot of stuff. We ended up doing the fabrication, housing, and all that, which is kind of neat as it is a open interior for say. It's not the greatest, as well you can see you kind of get stuck, but it's what it is. Right now we have everything on just a month. For the months, it's only a day per month, as it's just easier for us because we keep our time in 0.5. Wool is yelling at me because it's not got storage. So the deals here, the buildings are all mods. This has a storage of 85 animals, which of course we're doing sheep. Hi guys. These guys are actually quite old too, if I'm not mistaken. That's, yeah, 29 months. So a little older than you would normally see. I need to grab this guy. Oh, I should have opened the doors. Oh Christ, I need to also move some. Actually, I might be alright. Can I? Yeah, 3 will be alright. Alright, for now at least. Because then I just will need to grab one more. So yeah, this was actually supposed to be a recorded series for YouTube, but then it ended up that my internet could not support snow. But yeah, my internet, I was crashing every 30 minutes. So it ended up that we just did a lot of stuff kind of here and there. $3,000. Okay, we are gonna have to put a lot of grass in there. That's alright, I guess. Cleans out the storage. I feel like feels like I'm yelling, so I'm gonna turn that down. But yeah, it ended up just easier to get on and do our own thing instead of having to fight with me having to edit around me crashing. So it's been kind of nice. This has been our kind of first look server on Farming Sim, which has been really cool, as we're, you know, able to figure out tips and tricks, you know, what vehicles work the best in what capacity. I mean, for this little farm deal, of course, the modded farms, for the sheep, I figured out that the telehandlers do fairly decently when it comes to dealing with the sheep, grabbing the wool pallets, you know, doing all that. Gonna start knocking some of this stuff back in there just so I can grab some more grass out at once. So I want to go lay a few bales of grass down. That should be alright for 6 or so. Had to hit my S again. There we go. Cool. 'Cause yeah, I wanna, but these guys in there, 3 in each, just so I'm not having to worry about coming and grabbing these guys very often. So yeah, if you guys end up liking Farming Sim and you want to see more of it, please do leave a like on this video. I know it's going to be kind of a odd day, just as we're basically doing chores, but if you are new to the channel, I forgot I already had one in here. Oh well, we'll pack more in here, I guess. Little stutter there from the internet. But if you're new around here and you like what you see, scroll down. It's about 2 inches down below the video, and when I give it the magical words, it'll actually glow for you guys. Really nice and pretty. But hit that subscribe button, you guys. That subscribe button, it does a lot. It grows the channel, and yeah, it notifies you when I start doing more content, and I'm going to be doing a lot more content now that I've got a schedule going. But yeah, also make sure that you turn on the notification bell and all that. Again, it is also just another way that you guys can get notified when I record. But yeah, if you don't have that subscribe button pressed, then you won't get that notification bell. So yeah, kind of getting stuck on the ground. Alright, that guy has 3 bells. Trying to not put him in the way of us getting in here for the bells of wool, but it is what it is. Alright, cool. Now that the sheep are fed, we can go down here to all the greenhouses. We do have the large glass greenhouses, and you guys will see that we have a ton of extra water tankers to the sides of them. It's kind of screwed them up a little bit. So this guy, well, I can show you here a little bit easier, but this guy has 7,000 liters. That has 8,000, 8,000, 8,000. Then this one only has 60, and then this has 7. So it's kind of weird, but it's a lot better than if they were just your stock greenhouses. So this is another modded water dill right there, in case you are wondering. We have snow right now, so I might have to go grab the other truck, the Volvo that's over there. You guys will probably have seen it. He's right. Whoop. I went by him, but it's alright, because I can just jump out here. I need to grab like a skid steer or something along the lines of that, or like a bucket for our telehandlers, so we can get rid of the snow when it's here. Because if we didn't have the Volvo, that would be a little interesting with getting the water down when there's snow. But it is what it is. This Volvo does pretty decent. Having the triaxle is nice for when there's snow on the ground, especially. and we do a lot of work in the snow in the game, as well you can see now. But yeah, other than what you guys see here, we actually have some silos over there that you've probably not seen. We have all the clothing stuff right there, and then as you guys can tell on the map right there, we own plot 87 as well, which we'll go over and take a look at. But we are growing wheat, which we ended up actually just selling some off, and then I was doing some stuff over yonder, which I'll show you, that I ended up basically bankrupting us almost, which was not good. But we're actually almost at the point where we'll be alright, because we can sell clothing and that kind of stuff here soon. But yeah, I made a really big flat pad over there by doing a rice field, but I've noticed that this game, when it comes to the auto flattening of like buildings and that kind of stuff, it's really scuffed. So I try not to do a lot of the building stuff until I can try to flatten stuff out myself. But even then, it's like, this is very rolling hills type of map, so flattening stuff is interesting, to say nicely. So I gotta get into the habit of flattening areas and then doing stuff like adding buildings, as it's a little bit nicer. It's kind of what I did for the house, and even then I didn't flatten enough of it, so even that's kind of a low jank. But like these guys here, the greenhouses, I try to flatten out this stuff before I place them down, and they're still kind of a little fucking finicky, a little fucked. But they are a lot better than they used to be, so that's quite nice. But yeah, as I was saying in the live stream last night, I'm going to be trying to do content basically every single day. I have a pretty stout schedule that blocks out about an hour for me to do recordings, which to me that's perfectly fine, just doing an hour, as then I can go do other stuff before the live stream, because right now it was about 9:30 when I start my streaming, or not my streaming, but my recordings. So I usually go from 9:30 to about 10:30, or that's what's scheduled. This is the first day that we're actually doing it, so we'll figure out if it's a good thing or not. But so far it's actually been pretty nice. I feel like I've got a lot done today. I was able to figure out, I guess realistically I was a little late getting to the recording, just a few minutes, but that's besides the point. It was because I was planning on doing War Thunder today, and then I'm like, no, I'm gonna do something kind of chill, little farming sim today, kind of show off to you guys that, my internet's stout enough that I can play this game. And there are gonna be days where we might end up doing farming sim instead of role play or, you know, just kind of whatever we feel like that day. And now that I can actually play the blessed game without crashing every few minutes, it's actually been kind of peaceful. Just something where I can get on and just do my own thing for a good portion of this. So hopefully you guys will enjoy having more content here on YouTube, and it's gonna be, of course, something different than, of course, your role play and that kind of stuff, as I do want to go away from doing role play on the YouTube channel this year. Not that I don't enjoy doing it, it's just if you guys want to see the roleplay experience in the full fill, then the live streams are where it's at. You guys get to interact with me while doing it, and they of course usually last a little bit more than an hour. So I have those days, or my streamings, blocked out for 4 hours, which gives me plenty of time to do a decent day of patrol. But yeah, and then I have, like I said, an hour for YouTube, which for a lot of games like Farming Sim and all that, I can bust out a lot of stuff within an hour, so that's nice. Or if I really need to, I can grab content later, because I do have some areas in my day that are a little bit more free, as they're scheduled for like editing videos right after my recording. I have about an hour to edit, and then I have lunch, and then I have another block of editing. So if I have to record longer for a game, I can do that. And because I don't normally go and eat lunch, I'll eat like breakfast and dinner most of the time. Usually I skip lunch just simply as I'm busy doing other stuff. So even though my day is super scheduled, I have some leniency where I can do some more recordings. So like if we're doing a podcast, a special podcast for, say, we can do that as well, because I have a few hours where I don't really do anything besides hang out with family. But right now, with everybody working, it's kind of tough visiting family when they're working or they're trying to get everything torn down from Christmas and all that. So yeah. Oh, also, welcome back to the channel. 2025 is here. Hopefully you guys had a great Christmas and a very awesome New Year. I know that I had a blast, but I totally overran that thought process of saying hi to you guys. I kind of went ballistic. I was having fun jumping into the game and showing off, but where's that Kubota at? There he is. I guess we could drop the case, but we don't want to do that. So we found something out very quickly, that if you can get yourself a truck, a lowboy, and a few greenhouses, you'll make money very, 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 very quickly. Because for the good portion of our first, like, year or two, we were actually over at another location where I can actually go show you guys. But we were at another location. We did greenhouses. We did some farming, but then ended up abandoning the field. And then we did greenhouses and some smaller sheep. But here's your wheat right there with a 97 yield bonus. I don't know exactly how to get 100% unless I have to do like liming and that kind of stuff, which we don't have that turned on. It's just we've never been able to get 100% yield, but that's okay. Or yield bonus. But like I said, that's okay. So all of this over here, this grassland, is all ours as well, and you'll see over here, right here actually, this is where I was looking at the rice field, but then I ended up getting rid of that. We'll end up in like biogas deal here. As you guys can see, we have the silage pit right here as well. Just the small silage pit is the only thing I could afford at the time, but even that's fairly decent little pad, and we can always extend it out if we really needed to. But we use a lot of the grass for sheep and that kind of stuff. But as you guys can tell, we have some random cuts that we don't pick up, or we haven't picked up, I should say. So if I were to get like a bucket for, say, I'd be able to use that bucket, grab the grass cuttings, put it in here. Or what I might end up doing is grab a forestry wagon, and because we used to use the forestry wagons before we moved over to those sheep pens, because the other pens are open-sided, so you can just use your forestry wagons. You can park it there and it will auto feed from your wagon if you have grass in it, which was neat. But then we started doing wheat over at the new farm, and so we started baling and all that stuff, and I'm like, well, shit, if we're gonna bale, then I might as well bale the grass. And then once we started baling grass, then we went over to the sheep pens that we're at now. So right here is where we first started, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, why did you not start at the main farm? Well, we wanted to do kind of a little challenge for the content, which we ended up again not doing. But you can see here the 3 pads where we had greenhouses, which that was rough getting heisters into. We had at one point in time some little guy, which we started with. This was the smallest greenhouse. Then when we went to the large ones, we sold this off. We had bees here at one point in time. They lasted all of like half an hour. And then we sold it off. Then up here we had a little overhang parking deal for some of our equipment, as well as sheep. Here, the little sheep, our house was here, and then we had a silo here, as you can tell by there being some sort of grain right here. grain or seed, whatever. But yeah, we ended up buying 25. Later on, we did, I want to say 2 or 3 harvests. You can see one of our heisters over at the logs because we were building the house, so we had to have that over there to put stuff on, but onto the trailer, that being. But yeah, so our property here, after we sold this, we moved a lot of stuff. Ooh, little lag. We moved a lot of stuff over here. We had the sheep here, I want to say. And then we had the production for clothing up here. This was where we had our wool being placed down. So yeah, I guess this was our sheep here, maybe, I don't know, I can't remember, but all of our production and one of our bigger sheep pens were up here as well. So basically, when we decided that we were going to move, we ended up liquidating all of our assets. I turned the wrong way. We sold everything off, including equipment and all of the greenhouses, all of that, to move over to where we're at now, as it gave us a whole lot more space to do just kind of whatever we wanted, and it gave us a actual farm field that we could have and not basically have to have 2 plots of land for it, even though we are going to be expanding here now that we got wheat going, we have harvester and all that. So we'll be grabbing the plots just right there, the one behind our field, and we'll be doing like soybean, that kind of stuff here down the road, which will be really fun to do. Of course, maybe after we do our biogas and all that, because I want to, or actually no, we're not doing biogas, we want to do the grain mill so we can do wheat into that. So yeah, that's basically where we're going. Of course, you guys can see some of our stuff there for the wheat field, the harvester, the sprayer. Our clothing is probably quite full. Oh, actually, no, not really. 16 pallets of clothing, that's not too bad. Let me take a look at our wool. Our wool is starting to get a little low. I'll rectify that here in just a second. But yeah, that's basically the farm in a nutshell. Usually I'll have others with me, like Hannah and Mr. Ryan, but I am recording this super early in the morning, so a lot of those guys are just not up during my actual YouTube recording time. So it is just kind of what it is for me. So we'll, I guess, grab 3 of these. So I gotta put these down a little bit different. A little different than what I was originally going to do. So I was meaning to just grab the 2 on my left fork. But then I grabbed that 3rd guy. So We'll put those guys down. Strap them up, and then I will hopefully not hit that. Usually we use the actual heisters to put these on, but I want to use the telehandler just a little bit to get used to it. I don't know why those were never strapped down properly. Hannah must have forgotten to strap them, which that's alright. I saw it before I tried to put this down, so it wasn't too bad of an issue. Well, that didn't work. That's alright though. Oop, nope. Yeah, that's apparently not counting as on, but it is on. Alright, cool. Huh, alright. Interesting. I guess there's a tire right there, ain't there? Oh, shoot. Get my daily yawns out of the way, I guess, while I'm recording. Actually, we are in February. I need to go 2 more months. Actually, no. When is lettuce? I'd much rather not. Okay. We'll go do a load here. Need to go grab the Volvo. I need to get rid of this Black Anthem here eventually. Because that Volvo is just nicer, especially in the wintertime. Well, I'm gonna end up using the Mac here, because we might completely destroy the front end of it, but we might be all right with how little. So we only got 53 pallets on this. So as long as I can somewhat keep towards being on a path, we'll be all right. As I just flipped around into the dirt. But if we need to grab it with something, we can. We almost got the drive tires back on dirt, so we'll be alright. There we go. We're good. So now, as long as I can keep on to a dirt path or a road, we'll we'll be alright. We actually got a fairly decent cruise ahead of us. Usually we sell right here at the market, but not the market, but the farmer's market. But this time we're gonna hit the people. Well, we're gonna go up the road a little bit and lag coming into the town, I guess. But we'll make a delivery to the actual supermarket, which will be onto this road. Oops. I forget just how touchy this game is compared to like American Truck and GTA, because I've actually been playing a lot of American Truck, which it's actually been good fun. Very good fun. Okay. Alright, there we go. Excuse me, what? Oh. I'm so confused of what was catching me there. Oh, that's a... You know what? We're gonna stop being lazy. I'm trying to pull a U-turn out of my buttocks. We'll go up the street a little bit and turn around up here. A little bit safer, a little bit more smart. We'll cut through here. We'll get to the same area. Not sure exactly what that is. I've never actually been through that way. Alright, cool. So, yeah, we'll get back down to the farm here in just a few minutes. As long as I can keep on the road. And we'll... Actually, this is a decent little way to get... Never mind. I was about to say this is a decent little area to... or a road to get down to the farm. Because as long as I keep on this road, I'll head right to the farm. But then I hit that barrier. Hit this guy. And then we're right at the farm again. Very nice. Cool. Yeah, that's... That's just gonna be kind of where we Leave that guy there. So I'm trying to look at my schedule here. Figure out what exactly I've got coming up here. So I'm not used to this schedule quite yet. But while we're just kind of hanging out, we are wanting the big grain mill, which actually is not as big as I was thinking it was going to be. So we actually could put that could we put it in here? We could. I just don't know if that'd be... Where does this drop? I wonder. That is a fantastic question. Oh, okay. It drops behind. So I'd have to do that. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'm gonna try to... try to soften all this up again. Good enough for me. So actually go take a look at that now. The Kubota, yeah, right here. Let's go take a look and see how good that flattened. For the remaining of this video, we'll go and kind of wrap everything up, as I just got my 5-minute warning. So I do that so I have a good sense of being able to be like, hey, I need to start wrapping this up now. But yeah, this actually looks fairly good now. not anything, no big jumps or anything. That's fine. Cool. That's perfect actually. That worked very, very, very well, which I am very happy, very, very happy for. But anyway, you guys, we are going to start wrapping this up here shortly. Need to see if I can try to fix this little area. This area right here. Because this has been an issue. The infrastructure needs to be flattened. Ah, yes. Very nice. Alright, cool. That's very, very nice. Now that we don't have that little kicker jump. As I nicknamed it, because if you hit it at speed, you'd go a little crazy. But yeah, I guess I really haven't jumped in here, so let me jump in here and let me show you guys what's all in here. So we of course have that big case IH, but we do have the smaller case IH, the 400 tract, and then we have my lawn cutting deal, the mower. I guess it's the Crone, big M. So this has been my baby. Done a lot of grass cutting with it, surprisingly, even though I've only got 0.6 of an hour. But it doesn't take long to cut a lot of field with that. And then of course this guy's been kind of our do-it-all kind of tractor. Of course, when the big case is doing loads with like the roller or that kind of stuff, that other case IH does really good at pulling, like the grain trailer. It can do the rowing and all that, so, and even towing like the beller, that kind of stuff. Usually the case IH usually just kind of deals with this because it's super heavy, and then our cultivator, as it also is pretty stout. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So again, if you guys liked this video and want to see more Farming Simulator 2025 on the channel, please let me know. And if you guys have not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you when I see you next time, whenever that shall be. Take care, y'all.